Welcome to News Decoded, where the truth hides in plain sight and we drag it right into the light. If you're tired of the sanitized stories and corporate spin, hit that subscribe button, tap like, and drop us your thoughts in the comments. Because trust me, after this one, you'll have a lot to say. This is Dark Corners, the program that dives into the shadows behind the headlines. The secrets they don't want you to ask about, the stories that never make it past the PR gatekeepers. That's where we go. And tonight, we're heading somewhere even darker than usual. Donald Trump is running, not just from cameras, not just from lawsuits. He's running from a mountain of secrets. Secrets tied to the one name that still sends a chill through every newsroom in the world, Epstein. And now, guess where he's headed? Scotland. On your dime. On Scotland's dime. And for what? Golf. That's right. While the rest of the world's trying to process the madness, Trump's checking into his resort like it's business as usual. But Scotland's not having it. They've made it clear they don't want him. Protest signs are popping up like wildfire, one right at the Trump International Golf Links. You pull up to the resort, and there it is, waiting for you like a slap in the face, a massive sign calling out Trump and Epstein by name. That's the welcome mat now. Of course, someone's gonna tear it down. They always do. But not before the world saw it. Not before the National plastered it across their front page. Not before the whole damn planet was reminded Trump's no guest here. He's an unwelcome storm. And here's the wild part. Police Scotland says his visit will require the largest police operation since Queen Elizabeth died. Think about that. A personal golf trip is triggering a national security headache. Who pays for that? You do. And the Scots, they're saying, send him the bill. Back in the US, Trump's trying to scrub the truth from the record. The Wall Street Journal, yeah, the same paper that broke the news that Trump's name was all over the Epstein files. They've been banned from covering this trip. Coincidence? Please, let's rewind. According to that WSJ piece, Attorney General Pam Bondi briefed Trump back in May, straight up told him, "Your name's all over the DOJ's Epstein files." You know what Trump said? It's a hoax. Obama and Comey made it up. Right, because that's what innocent people say when they're under heat. And then, this is real. Trump sends Todd Blanche, his former criminal defense attorney who he made deputy attorney general, to meet with Ghislaine Maxwell. The sex trafficker, the predator, and not one word about victims, not one. Instead, Blanche comes out and says they had a good meeting. Yeah, a good meeting with a sex trafficker. We're living in a parody. And oh, it gets worse. Turns out Blanche and Ghislaine's attorney, a guy named David Oscar Marcus, they're friends, real close. They've done podcasts together, shared dinners, hung out like old buddies, and that's who Trump's got whispering in Ghislaine's ear. What are they cutting a deal for? A reduced sentence? A pardon? We don't know. But we do know this. The victims' voices are being buried again. Here's a nugget the New York Times dropped. Trump once sent Epstein a signed copy of The Art of the Comeback with a little love note inside. To Jeff, you are the greatest. That was 1997, before the world knew. Or maybe, while some already did. Also in that NYT piece, a page from Epstein's 50th birthday book. Trump's name is there, listed as a contributor. You know who else wrote in that book? Ghislaine Maxwell. A handwritten letter, straight from her. A grotesque guest list for a predator's party. Let's talk about what Epstein said under oath. He was asked directly, "Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of girls under 18? His response? He didn't deny it. He didn't explain it. He took the fifth. That's not just silence, that's legal fear of self-incrimination. He did confirm he socialized with Trump. That's on record. But when it came to underage girls, boom, Fifth Amendment. So when Jessica Reed Krause, one of these free Ghislaine influencers and close friend to Trump, says, "Don't believe those Epstein clips," we play them again. No edits, full raw deposition. Epstein confirms friendship, then shuts up when it gets to the minors. Why would someone plead the fifth if they weren't hiding something? Why not say no? Why not clear it up? Because they can't. This isn't conspiracy, this is testimony. Court documents, birthday cards, DOJ briefings, and while this piles up, what does Trump say? It's a hoax. Fake news. Never heard of her. Yeah. Then explain why you fled to Scotland the day the E. Jean Carroll trial started. Explain why you skipped your own defense and instead played 18 holes at your golf resort. He told the press, "I'm going back to confront her." But he didn't. He ghosted the trial because cowards run, and Trump, he's sprinting. We've got deposition clips, we've got letters, we've got the polls. Independent voters are abandoning him. Gallup says 29% approval among independents. That's political freefall. Why? Because even people who once gave him the benefit of the doubt are watching this and going, nah, not this guy. He's already a convicted sexual predator, civil court, federal jury, liable for assault. That's on the record. The case is done. And he still couldn't face the woman in court. And let's not forget, he gutted the State Department's human trafficking division, fired hundreds of career diplomats, cleared the way for predators like himself to move in the shadows. Who's in the White House now? Laura Loomer, the 9/11 conspiracist, one of Trump's picks. She's now having productive meetings at the State Department. This isn't just corruption, it's clownish corruption. And then there's Alina Habba. Her term's over as U.S. Attorney in New Jersey. Judges want her gone. But she's not leaving. Trump pulls a stunt, withdraws her nomination so she can resign, only to reappoint her into a loophole. He fired the real prosecutor, a lifelong Republican, all just to slide his own loyalist in. These aren't public servants, these are cronies, enablers, people who treat the Justice Department like a golf clubhouse. And the world, watching all of this like a car crash in slow motion. We've moved past Democrat versus Republican. This is bigger. It's about decency. It's about good versus evil. Period. Where do you stand? If you're still here, then you know the truth matters, no matter how dark it gets. So do something about it. Hit subscribe, drop your thoughts in the comments, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because the only way we drag this darkness into the light is together.